What's up guys, welcome back once again to the reviews. Today I've got another air cooler. This time we've got one from Raijintek or Raijintek, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, so sorry if I've got it wrong. Massive thank you to them for sending this over. This is the Mya RBW air cooler with ARGB. So let's unbox it, have a look, get it installed, show you what it looks like once it's installed, and then we'll do some testing. Right, so as I mentioned in the intro, this is the Mya RBW from Raijintek. So let's just have a quick look over the specs of it. It's standard ARGB header, 3-pin 5 volts. We've got a dimension of 130 by 86 by 163. You'll need to know that, obviously, depending on whether it will fit in your case. You get one fan with it, 6mm 6 pieces of heat pipe. We've got a CPU direct contact, which is pretty much standard, aluminium alloy fin material. We've got 16 LEDs in it on the top, and the dimensions of the fan is a standard 120mm, but it's a by 30mm, so it's a really thin fan, and that goes up to 1400 RPM with an airflow of 41.71 and a static pressure of 0.67. And that's pretty much what I need to tell you. In terms of compatibility, we've got pretty much all Intel, so we've got 775, 1150 series, 1366, 21 series, 2066, it says i3, i5, i7 and i9. It doesn't say LGA 1700 compatible on it, so I don't know if it will fit or not. Maybe Raijintek will supply a bracket for this. I will leave some details in the description. And then for AMD, you've got AM4, AM3 plus, AM3, AM2 plus, AM2, FM2 plus and FM2. So pretty much everything for AM4. I'm not sure sort of the way it mounts. If it uses the right things to let it be compatible with AM5, then I'll let you know in the end, so you can decide whether you want it or not. And then this is the cooler itself. As you can see, it's absolutely massive, it's absolutely huge, really big. So yeah, you've got, let's just take you a quick walk around it. So you've got the fan on the front here, it's pre-installed. I might have to take that off to actually install the cooler probably. It's got this really thin 13mm fan with these standard clips. I don't like these, but loads of coolers use them, so it's pretty much standard. And it's got loads and loads of fins on there. Sorry, fan blades, not fins. And then obviously here's your fins here, sort of a nice pattern on there, look really nice. As I said, 6 heat pipes, 6mm each, so plenty of cooling capacity there hopefully. And direct touch copper base with aluminium fins. And then the bit that looks the best to me in terms of what I've seen on the pictures is this bit, the RGB. So it's all the way around here, shines through here, and you'll probably get a bit of glow come through the top as well. That looks really nice, and it will come through the Raijintek symbol at the top here. You've got what looks like a proprietary connection for your ARGB, but it does say standard 3-pin 5 volt on the box, so I assume there's an adapter for that. And then you've got a PWM connection there. So let's get this installed, see what it performs like, and I'll give you my conclusion at the end. Right, so there we have the Raijintek or Raijintek Mya RBW CPU cooler, air cooler. Now, as I showed in the intro, in the sort of unboxing, it is absolutely huge, so the cooling should be there, and I'll talk about the performance in just a second. First of all, the looks of the cooler, oh my god, it looks amazing. It looks really good, as I'm sure you've seen from the sort of little bit of B-roll I did just to show you what it looks like once it's installed. It looks incredible, really nice. The RGB on top is really good. I really like it. Obviously, you'd be the judge of that whether you like it or not, but I think it looks amazing for those RGB fans out there. Yeah, definitely looks the part. One thing they could have done as well is just maybe stick an RGB fan on it as well, just to finish the sort of overall RGB looks of it. But then again, they probably would charge a little bit more for that. You do get extra clips with it, so you could put another fan on the other side, and you could potentially put another, because it's a 120mm fan. You could potentially put your own fans on it as well. Again, something I might get around to in the end and sort of test it with other fans on, to see how it looks and how it performs with a bigger full-size 120mm fan on it. But anyway, let's carry on with my conclusion on it. Now, like I say, it looks great, and the performance is actually there, which I'll talk about shortly. One massive issue with this cooler, and I'm sorry Raijintek for this, but you need to have a think about your installation process. The installation of this is ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm being very harsh, but the installation is an absolute nightmare. Yes, I'm doing it in a PC that's already built. It would be much easier on your motherboard whilst it's out the case, but still, the way it's set up to do it, you have to put a back plate on the back and screw them in with some nuts, which is fair enough. Then you have to put another plate on that and screw them on with some nuts. Then you have this sort of little bracket that goes under the cooler and basically tightens it down. But the screws are tiny. You have to put standoffs in one of the sort of brackets that goes on top. You have to put a standoff on it first so the screws will reach. Just do bigger screws, or just don't do that in the first place. And then you've got one screw on this side which you can reach no problem. The other screw you have to go through the hole at the top of the cooler to get to it. But like I say, it's a tiny screw, so it's hard to sort of hold in whilst you do it. And plus, they don't give you a screwdriver with it. You need a really long screwdriver to reach it. So if you haven't got one, you won't be able to install this at all. So yeah, the installation is not great. It's installed. It's tightened down as much as I can tighten it down without ruining anything, and it still moves. And you can still actually move it back. Maybe I've done something wrong, but like I say, the installation process is just not good at all. So just be mindful of that. It isn't great at all. But let's get on to the good parts. The performance is there. It performs really well. There's not a problem in the performance at all, and the looks are great, as I spoke to you about before. So my tests, I did my standard on my 5900X. I've done my standard tests, so I've used Cinebench R23, Unigine Superposition and Shadow the Tomb Raider to give you sort of an idea of how it performs in different tasks. Now Cinebench multi-core for 5 minutes on all 12 cores. It's first of all idle, 32 degrees, brilliant, not a problem at all with that. Cinebench, an average of 45, great. A maximum of 68, again great. And clocks boost into 4.1, pretty much all cores for the entirety, which is Cinebench seems to be limited to that. I don't know why. Sometimes you get to 4.2, but it doesn't go very high. So performance there, absolutely brilliant, not a problem at all. It's got the performance, it's got the looks. Superposition ran at 1080p extreme in windowed mode, and this barely touches the cooler. To be fair, the CPU cooler, it's more GPU for this, but I included it anyway. Maximum of 67, which was pretty much when it loaded up, it just flicked up to that and came straight back down again. It ran below, I think below 50 for most of it. The average is only 47, and it boosts up to about 4.2 throughout the test. And then on to a bit of gaming. So Shadow of the Tomb Raider at ultra wide settings for this monitor, so 5120 by 1440. So yeah, it is going to put a lot on the GPU, but it still does tax the CPU quite a bit actually, this game. Maximum of 72, not a problem at all. That was sort of a little spike. The rest of the time it was under that for quite a lot, pretty much all the test. And then an average of 62, so great performance there as well. And the clocks boosted around 4.6, some got up to about 4.7 at some points. So yeah, the performance is there, not a problem with the performance at all. Just need to sort out the installation of it. It's not great. I've done a lot of cooler tests and stuff on my channel, and this is by far the worst one I've ever done to install. So Raijintek, I'm sorry, but you need to sort it out. But other than that, great cooler in terms of performance, great cooler in terms of looks. For the RGB fans out there, you'll absolutely love it. I think, like I say, you be the judge. You've seen what I've shown you, and yeah, there we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you did enjoy this video, give it a like, and please watch some of my other content. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have any comments in the comment section below, please let me know, and I'll try to answer them as best I can. But yeah, hope you guys will see me in the next video, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.